Sarauta. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah ta'ala wa barakatuh. Before Mfara, ku gafarta min haifuwan Tamale Hausan na di mani shi da Turanci. Because ina ga ya ake ce slaves na a cikin building ni ba wangarin da ya zama da gumba ne. She suka zo mini wai oi malam Adi ka yi hankuri ga mata suka bani mata and shi ya bada relax musu saboda ya yi min daɗi kwarai da program ga da kuka hada an yi maganganu da yawa so wanda nake da shi in fadi bai da yawa amma I'll just top up with a few follow-ups. Recently, one politician, one of those international schools in the Accra, she went in Rekishi, because Diane za registered. It's a big international school, a school. The muka kai wajen oh, Diang Minister Ngakiga, oh, Diang MP Ngakiga. And interestingly, young opposition are the Yaran Suwajan. And the Akikirasu, one by one, are registered. Nagadana counts. Over 90% soon are the British, Canadian, the US passports. And let's say, Hakakina. And interestingly, politicians in Dewa soon have the dual citizenship, soon have the foreign passports. And Yanzu matters who do Kasuna value to J2 rain, so haiku. So soon I come to come on governance number hope. Go by Hakaba. And so Naga Muna Fana, because of politics, I always go like that. It means for him the essence of politics. Of course, Abu Kani, mostly after TV, the radio discussions, Kamaza Swifa, and Suna meets, Bieba, coffee shop, Shaggy and Jack, Sweet Dahlia, Yara Suna, the same schools, holidays in Yakai, Suduka, together, summer holidays like a two right. And so, recently, Najee my leader was not Fida, and after the most command. The next time, politician Yazo Yafadi command, who saw the metro man, Mujay, one confusion. Who tambage, but the young can I get my he's over 18. So Kabari is all you need. Go back. And it is quite unfortunate. Kind of done by some confusion, Takashi, and mostly words in the UK used to depict violence in the Ashing House. Now, as well, but I'm going to move back. And when I come, I'm about the students, I'll show you the zone in me. What does that mean? Go back. Yes, I'm better. Sooner, some time ago, I was taxi. Never remain. Nima, why Nima days one? Let's say, yeah, I will not go to Nima. Let's say, and yet, you have that the Sudan, who the come about the Sudan to the extent that Islamic words in the command jihad, jihad, it's to me. You know, you are a terrible human being. I'm an Islamist. An Islamist is an adherent of Islam. So don't ya. Go back. So all of these are major challenges we have to contend with. Na get chimbako and gaki na. What one don't wanna yakirani. Ya fadi mini kamanga my attention the Taji passport office. Don't ita fulan. Okay, have passports in that. And Chimbakwe Dokuma and you want biso daga donko krom ban sani ba ko kunji fulana wanda aka kashe su goma biyar musu aka yanka kansu ina da pictures. It's terrible. It's terrible. Daga donko krom shin ba kwan gano aka yi wannan biso. So muna da challenges da yawa ba iyaka. Since 2017, private sector da ake ce kullum where is an engine of growth. Yana zuwa kasa ne jiya mun je one economic meeting haka daga airports and statistics nan duka aka gwada mu. Kuma Ghana Statistical Service sun gwada kaman akwai matasa 2 million da ba su da school, ba su da aiki ba komai. Dai wansu a cikin zangoninmu suke. Kuma abinda in the midst of all of these challenges now, abinda ke protect zaman lafiya mu, peace mu. One of the most important things, shini zabinda muke yi every 4 years, December 7th. So one lokaci ana coups daga Niger, daga Mali, daga Burkina Faso, she mutane na ce aka yi ayi Ghana. Na ce yes, it's possible. Amma muna da wasu abubuwan da ke protect mu. Shine zabinda muke zuwa mu yi. So you realize kaman Ghanaians mun so mu vent frustration mu daga ballot or chicken ballot boxing now, rather than mufto mu yifada. As a result, kuma naji kullu ana fadi wai we are not angry enough waton zuciya mu bai tashi ba. But you see, wannan anger na is not the last straw. Beyond anger nan akwai abin da ake ce hopelessness. Because mba aiki ayi fushi, at least akwai one hope na je vote kwada amaka kaman yes we will the power. Ama wannan kuma if it is taken away from the people, then yana create a state of hopelessness. So when nan lokaci za ya yi fada, because at that point nobody has anything to lose. And one of the lessons they want the we will draw from various countries. For example, in Nigeria 2011. The Akakaris have been close to, I think, over 800 people were killed. Mutani the Akakashi. Democratic Republic of Congo, 2006. Shikma Mutani de Wasumutu. Burundi, 2015. Ethiopia, 2005. Kumawajeng, over 200 deaths were recorded. Tukuna Sudan, 2010. Liberia, 1985. Toshia Kao Musu. Wannan masalan da aka kafa ECOMOC, dan wana dan rakiya, he has been following closely international issues in Ghana. Tukuna Togo 2005. But of particular interest to me, shini Kenya, prior to 2007 elections soon. The Ivory Coast 2010. Wannan lokaci Ghanaians ke magana atamil zace diufi asem. Before wannan zabi, there were some issues that were addressed. And so African Union, particularly in the case of Kenya, suka you want da ake kira early warning mechanism, suka presenting to the Kenyan authorities, where ya kamata ku take note abin da ke faruwa ke ga, and so you need to take measures to address it. Unfortunately, ba iya an address wannan abu ba. And what are the issues? Issues of injustices. That one, they feel last zabin da aka yi 2020, mutani sun mutu. About 8 had jail. Not a single person has been held to account. And so lately, Munaga command, there's a steady rise in the number of mutani that is soon to say makame. And I'm part of whether the Suka Kappa new law, legislative instrument to deal with the issues of arms in Ghana. when the takada can table means of interior. Affects masu imports makame. So between put pockets and money, still the arm space is very porous. Because law on the Muki, the 1962, a lot of things have changed. Okay? And Muka consider figures and it's staggering. Because 2014, Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center, Swingy 17, there are well over 2 million illegal Makama in the kitchen, Ghana. Over 2 million. And they were not the one about the summer soldier. But sometimes, can I do? Haran was big and sued the stress of a soldier, but service. So when I'm being to go, I end up, have the Mamata some recently, national security. Some told one information. Why I have told the one information. Where coal and water. Government in actually 6 million Ghana cedis. What on? No, in an old currency. 60 billion. Dagabuku. So when there's 60 billion, you can imagine health facilities and then as I use Agila every single month. 18 million every quarter, because I can't one every quarter. So ensure, come on, soon bad fire. Why does it have to be so? Kuma, according to 2016 Pew Research, Yagoda Kaman 86% of Muslim Ghana, they identify peace and stability as core values of their faith. Ideal Islam is peace. Go back. Kuma, 2020 report by the Center for Democratic Development found out that 39% of Ghanaians encountered hate speech on social media platforms during elections. Dr. Nasibatai Maganganu Dewa, but of particular interest, she in social media habits. Recently, Mung organized Ghana Report Summit, and the theme and Batum misinformation, the disinformation, and Kardian the Mutani Ki Sunai can social media that has serious security ramifications. And last time Mutani they was misinformation, disinformation. What's the difference? Misinformation I can make one information. Then Bakasani, Bagasiani, Kadiani, without knowing, innocently, they come back saying about when. So she misinformation. Amaka sent come on one Abu Kadiani. Kuma ya affect one up, ya affect Sarum. Still, Kasen, Toshini, disinformation. And so elections in the Zamunga, one of the biggest security threats, the Muki, the Shini, misinformation, the disinformation. For example, India hacker, Hindus, basu kashi shana, and suna abinabiji, cow vigilantes. When same one information can WhatsApp, come on, akwe wasu Muslimin, the suka kashi shana. Then the cow vigilantes would invade the akuna hidaji, akashi mutani. So that is the effect of false information. About 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, like a UK, something very similar. When Mutumi Yeshiga, I think school in Yara, Yasuke Suka, I think Yara Suka Mutu. Ba Muslimi ba, I mean, oh Muslims, Middle East up to Arab, Sukatashi, on rampage, attacking Islamic institutes, the mosques. Later, I can find out when they want to and so, Batun information management, very, very critical. Brother, is bad. Batun family values. I think, Junior Yasari, when the Tamale, values in the Aka in by into as Islamic values in the Yazoo is different. The last time na je Tamale. Tamale garin malamai ne. Daga yaran mata suna zamne suna shan sigari. Wasu kuma around King David, wasu suna sayar kansu kan titi. Garin malamai wannan in the past, that thing didn't exist. Kuma aka shigo zangoninmu ga wi ga kwaya amma a ce giya haram amma we the kwaya there's no problem with it. Kuma ga batun sakawa kai diyan kanga yanzu ya kare GHS ya fita ya komo gida da Camry ko Honda Civic ina kira dorikan da suke so kenan ko Range Rover ko Benz kai baba ma baka iya ka tambaye shi kai ya ina ka samu kudi ka sai wanga abu. Rather we are proud. Oh diyanan nan kenan mu shiga wannan lori mu je gidan aure mu fadi ma abokanninmu abiyoyinmu last born nan shi kenan lorin shi kenan wani aiki yake yi. So the values are long gone. I mean, dama kana surun babanka to the extent that in kana sella ma ya kira ka amsa mai. But yanzu things have changed. Ka je gida yaro ya fito da one afro ya zo ya say good afternoon. So I think it is high time to revisit wannan values. Mba haka ba yana wannan duka na baka muna zangonninmu ne. Kuma yaranmu, I think one of the speakers mentioned something about yara ya kamata muna gwada musu. She wanda wana ya kira ni Adi, I have a problem zo gida. Na je gida diyan shi kaman 5 years. Why ya fadi mata, tell uncle what is going on. Why makaranta anytime nta shiga fisari, that big boy follows me there. And that yana so in there yimin boli kan tuwa una. So yaro dai masha Allah yaro dai yana duban aka fite batun boli. Kun gane ai. So ya kamata, I mean, typical Muslim homes, but we discuss wannan abubuwa, amma duniyan ya sake because of social media. And so ya kamata mu bari yaran nan su gane. When you have a private party, kaka fadi, encourage them to talk to you. Mba kaba yaro ya fadi maka, subhanallah, next time be fadi. Encourage the children. Oh, okay. Oh, really? So the kafadi minute na say maka toffee to encourage them to be open to us, because one look at you suke pick because ni haka babbar yara na su duba kunkun bage amma suka je su yaran da aka bari suna duban kunkun bage da shatawali da stoneball sun fadi musu. So bai kamata suna jin wannan maganganu from dan waye su ba, ya kamata su ji from gida. It is very uncomfortable because the last time na je gida na ga yaran na kallon cartoons harmless, naga sun fara kiss. I didn't understand for elementary cartoons. So wannan duka ya kamata mu sa ido. So what I would advise is a download a chicken pen drive. So you dictate abin da kake so yaran su duba. Amma yanzu ana promote gayism, lesbianism, ko ina. So the whole place is rotten. Amma ya kamata mu iya mu protect Islamic values and yaran mu going forward. And wannan duka now translate into the kind of societies we want to build. Yeah, couldn't look at you because can I see them kind of magana because some look at China which when done elections in the Zamu is a very important one. Former president in the key contests, current incumbent vice president. Abubua Sunsaki Kore. So far as this election is concerned. But lately, Wasu Maganganun da Mukeji, recently Brian Champion Yai Wasu Maganganu way at all costs, any means possible. Ya kamata MPP suchuwa the election. She NDC Skumasko of those kafedi way nkafte wukanka if you draw your dagger, we would also draw our dagger. One number Maganganu doesn't help the process. Kumagana, I work now, need a diplomatic community. We work very closely together. And to see what would become of this election. But the level of desperation on the part of political actors in the Yakamata and Chino, no matter what. Shindown, Yana Bari, Suru, Nakama, Mukore. And so, now, so peace initiatives and now, Hajian and Sibata Fedi Kware, it should start from the Zongos. Let us stand and say no to politically politically motivated violence and that ake so are used. Mata San Zongo are orchestrate. Let us rise up and say no to it, because enough is enough. Ko wanda ke bidan macho men, you cause trouble. Zango nimwe ke zua. And mostly, nakai raswa haka suna king. Yan zango ni. Mostly, suna king. Yan zango ni. And that is very, very unfortunate. So we have to rise up and say no to it. Community level engagement in Nankuma is very important. So because of attraction in the Niki, the chief for Zongo Nimmu, first office in Adanabude, it was in a Zongo, like a new town. PhD thesis in it's on Zongos. Abinga Batun crime prevention. Achkin Zongo Nimmu, now use Nima as a case study. And I've realized that community level engagement in Yana Tenya Kore. Secondly, another threat in the Muki, the Shini, the threat of violent extremism, but in terrorist groups and now. And mostly, Anna equating to Adinal Islam. And so Yakamata they will prove beyond reasonable doubt that, look, we are opposed to these actions by these terrorists. Currently, Burkina Faso, they are the second most impacted country in the world after Afghanistan, according to 2002 Global Terrorism Index report. Terrorist activities like Niger, like Mali, even Ivory Coast, recently an attack, Togo Kuma, but Ghana kadini ba attack ba. It's not that we are doing something different too. Just that I think Sa'a de Mukai. Because Munga Kamang terrorists and Abineske Yini, Ghana is a withdrawal point for them. So Unska attack at Burkina Faso, soon as Shigo wa Ghana to restock, to rest. Kuma they want to know the families and soon at Ghana. Alright, so Mutuka, we have a very important role to play. Yes, the government is to way if you see something, you say something. So, unwasu skaftoba kusa in the skaftoba, suna bidan gidanka, so rent. At least we need to verify. We need to verify. Chicken ungwanimmu, munsanjuna. If there are these people, they've come in. Suna chicken one number bangida basuftowa rana ko the safi. Dere kadisku iftowa with unregistered vehicles. Abubuan, so it doesn't just add up. Yakamata de at least. Mukira one number 18555. I might see something, say something. I think they have a hotline for it, but na manta. And so Muduka, we can play a very important role in safeguarding the peace and security of Ghana, not just at this time, but even after. And lastly, and Yaimin Daddy Kware, Dr. Nanam from NCCE, we have to continuously build the peace. Mujira, until Zaizabi, then we go begging for peace. Peace development, peace building is extremely important. So when look at we have to continuously engage young people and create opportunities for them. Because I think conflict theory, onion theory, albasani. If you address the issue from wajin, you might not understand it fully. So I come out like a chicken albasan. So mutani na feda because yena so honorable in shiachi. Unka do bashi from outside and now, oh, it's political. But unka je inside, deep, kagani kamang, batun nyungwani, batun ba aiki ni. Batun bokun gada muke yi. A lot of it is very much based on the human insecurities. Recently, Nike Tambe, when Neche Toya Kuki father, he couldn't tell me why. Why, oh, Babenshi Afedi, come on, whether Nanda Suska Kashi one Kakanshi. So all of this, I mean, education, my Batun school, is very important. So issues in Gaduka is multidimensional. That requires a multidimensional approach. Issues in Deba Iyaka. It will take us the whole day to address them. But Dr. Kuma would add to some of these issues. So in a nutshell, Sarauta, I look at you. In a nutshell, we all have unique roles in the Zamuyamu play, from the places of worship to the household level, to the community level, to the political level. We need to rebrand Islam at Ghana. We need to rebrand Zongonimu. That is seen as a hub for criminality. And all of it starts with us. Now, good.